Ba 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 boom boom ba na 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 na. One of these days we're gonna come up with an intro. Until then, we will have me sing. Welcome to the Bugbear Show.
Maybe we'll just keep you singing forever.
Maybe, probably,
maybe not. I don't know.
We'll see.
All right, so we're back again, talking about more episodes of the anime.
Hey, Forrest, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you, Nick?
I'm pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So today we did something different. We just watched the episodes.
Yeah.
So now they're fresh in our mind.
And we've only seen them once. Although I don't know if I could watch. There's only like one of these episodes I could maybe watch again.
I could watch them again, but
not today.
Not today.
Not today.
No.
Definitely not the first episode we watched.
Oh no. Let's just jump into it.
You want to jump into this one?
Yeah, The School of Hard Knocks, episode 9.
Oh man. That
I do like the opening though of it when the narrator said, and they sure are showing harmony, and then it's Ash and Misty arguing.
Yeah. Because a narrator, we decided that the narrator is just like a sarcastic jerk.
Yeah.
All the time. And if you look at like some of the other episodes, the way he starts out and ends it, it's almost like he's just like trolling the episodes.
Yeah, he's like, surely they won't be lost again.
Yep. Well, Ash is gonna have to use his wits to get out of this one. That'll be hard.
But then Brock and Pikachu break the fourth wall.
Yeah. This is the first time they've broken the fourth wall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of enjoyed that, sort of. It was like
they gotta start the show, man.
Yeah. It was like the one and kind of enjoyable part of this episode. It had nothing to do with the episode itself.
No. Yeah. Well, hold on. I do. So okay, what happens in this episode is they are in the middle of nowhere, and then they find a school that you can go to instead of collecting badges.
Yeah, it's like a private school.
Yeah, private school. So once you graduate, you have Pokemon League acceptance, and you can just go into the tournament willy-nilly. But they do that with like actual technical skills, like what you would learn in the gameplay of Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Like Pidgey evolves on levels, by the way.
Yeah.
In the anime.
Yeah. They bring up levels, which kind of does a disservice to the anime because at this point they have completely ignored anything that looks like levels.
That's true. Maybe that's why Ash finds it so odd.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's like what we talked about last time when Coughing beats Onyx with one hit, but Pidgey has a hard time with Coughing, and Caterpie one-shots Coughing, and then it's like...
It was a Pidgeotto.
And it's like, what is Caterpie's level then? Is Caterpie like at level 18?
I'm saying
at this point, and
the Caterpie's just strategic. It's not a matter of strength with the Caterpie.
All right, well, that's not this episode anyway.
Also, did they Photoshop Prune Juice?
I don't know. They Photoshopped everything in that, like the first part of that looked like it was like crudely Photoshopped or digitally replaced.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was really weird, but I mean, like the whole intro.
What was it actually like? Sake? Like,
I don't know. I mean, it looked like it was like maybe they were just like replacing it with stuff that like maybe in the Japanese version, it's just like something that would be more of a joke for them. I mean, we still get like he's drinking tea and Misty's like drinking hot, or Misty wants to drink hot tea. Rock's like, we need to drink coffee, but you're too young to drink coffee.
Also, I can't make French food. You know something? The whole like first part of this was really weird and kind of didn't connect with anything. It just shows their mistrials as they actually venture out there. Maybe. See, that's why you go to the school, so you don't have to not have French food. Or have weirdly photoshopped prune juice. Who knows?
Maybe. I don't know. It felt like... I would say it felt like filler, but so much of this episode felt like filler that...
Yeah, this is our first filler episode.
Is it? Like straight up, there's nothing in this that's not filler.
it's the Pokemon anime, so a lot of it's filler. But like, there's nothing that goes towards the story. Ash, Misty, or Brock don't catch anything.
Yeah.
So
they do have a battle. They have one battle.
They have a battle, but they meet characters that won't show up again.
No, they'll never even mentioned, I'm sure.
No, they don't. They never do.
Yeah.
Never.
They talk about stuff that's probably never going to be brought up again.
Turn your phone off.
I'm sorry.
You call yourself a podcast host.
Hey, no one ever texts me or anything until I'm starting to do a podcast.
Oh, how convenient.
That's the only time. So in this episode, Ash, Misty, and Brock are just kind of lost, wandering around in fog, and they come across this kid. This was really weird, by the way. They just come across a kid surrounded by other kids holding candles, and he's running on a treadmill, and he's being quizzed by another kid about Pokemon. About Pidgey specifically. Like what level he learns moves, and what's his special attack, and what's his... Not like his special attack stat, but like
a signature
His signature attack. And... Why was he running on a treadmill? Like, why was that part of it?
It's part of the training, so that way, like, hey, if you can come up with the answer while running on a treadmill, then you must know the answer. Because...
It was weird.
I mean, it's a private school where millionaire kids go to. It's probably a skull and bone situation.
It was really weird. I mean, this whole episode is kind of bizarre, but it was just kind of, like, really out there to come across. Just randomly okay, there's a kid running on a treadmill being quizzed about Pokemon.
And Pikachu sounds like a weird alien baby.
Oh, yeah. They switched
Pikachu!
I'm Stitch! I'm a Pikachu!
Like, no.
They completely changed the voice of Pikachu in this episode for no reason. I don't know.
Maybe she just wasn't available, or they can't sample.
This whole episode seemed like filler and had like filler animation, so maybe it was just like a filler voice actress still.
Oh yeah, the animation was really bad
awful.
In this one.
They would like show people walking. It would just be like still frames, like still images, like back and back to backs to show people walking. It's hard to describe in a podcast, but if you watch the episode,
instead of walking, point,
yeah, it's just like 3 still frames of like their journey. It was weird. Yeah, this episode must have had like the budget of like a really bad YouTube video or something, because the animation was really bad. The voice acting, outside of like the main 3 characters, the voice acting was not good either.
Yeah, oh my god, I'm gonna kill Giselle.
Oh, she sounded like she was half asleep.
Giselle's like the school president of this,
or the class president or whatever.
Yeah, of the tech students.
Yeah.
And, oh god, like, I'm Giselle, and I'm the best. How dare you?
I know.
I am so cool. I'm gonna use my graveler.
Go, Cubone. I'm going to use Cubone. I'm surprised you beat my Cubone without using electric type attacks.
By snapping its neck. Because the way Pikachu, because she sends out a Cubone against Ash's Pikachu, because Ash is like, I'll show you being all condescending and dumb in levels, and those are stupid. Here, Pikachu, go snap its neck.
And Pikachu like twists. I guess it's supposed to be the helmet.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be the helmet, but it twists like it's a head all the way around so that the helmet is facing the other way,
180 degrees.
And then it's just like spinning around on its like face.
And the front of Cubone is just like the
flat.
front half of Cubone is just flat. So obviously it has a chin because we see it.
And when it turns around again, we see that it has like a yellow chin underneath, like. So that's just like the top part of a skull. Yeah, so it's just the top part of the skull over a bottom part. So it snapped the f***ing neck. Like, it twisted it all the way around.
It died.
Yeah.
It didn't die because it was crying.
It didn't die, but
it should not be alive.
It should not be alive. It was kind of disturbing, like what they did to it.
Well, Brock likes being violated, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're skipping all around, but in the earlier part of this episode, the kid they meet like shows them the picture of the class president, and Ash is like, "Oh, she's so pretty,"
and Brock's like that too.
Yeah, and Brock's like, "Oh yeah," and the kid's like, "Yeah, she won't let you violate any of the league rules."
She violates all of our rules and like doesn't let us sleep and stuff.
And Brock's like, "Oh, I'll let her violate my rights any day." Like, that was a little too... I don't know how old Brock is.
Brock's at least 15.
He's at least 15, 16. Like, he's old enough to watch over, like, 8 kids. So he's a teenager. And this girl is definitely closer to Ash's age, so, like, 10 or 11.
I mean, if they're within, like...
It's still weird.
I don't know, it's
still
underage.
a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And he's literally saying the word violate.
I mean, she was pretty cute.
She was
until
cute.
You hear her.
But anyway, so that was just an uncomfortable scene.
Yeah.
Regardless, that was an uncomfortable scene.
But
so we go in. So then they show them their school, which is just a bunch of computers where they're playing the Pokemon game on. Again, weirdly, for no reason, they're just playing the Pokemon game.
It's the tech students are Pokemon game players.
Yeah, they pretty much are. Like, the point of the episode is the theory of Pokemon is you can't do it like in theory, you have to do it in practice. So I mean, really the message of the episode is don't go to school, travel the world
while you're 10.
Run away. Yeah, when you're 10. So Misty fights Ash.
No, Misty fights
Giselle. Fights Giselle. Well, first she fights the little kid who like uses a weeping bell and
against her Starmie.
And Starmie wins. It's like the only time we ever see Misty win so far.
Mm-hmm.
And then Giselle fights Starmie with Graveler. And Graveler definitely beats.
Yeah, because it's on a higher level.
It has to be like a way higher level.
Oh no, but she straight up says also.
Yeah, it's on a higher level. Yeah. Because this is like the first time we've heard levels mentioned. Yeah, in the anime. Did you have something else you were gonna say?
Did you know that Team Rocket went to this school?
Oh god, yeah. Yeah, they did. So they're trying to make it canon, I guess, by saying that like this episode's canon because we're giving backstory to Team Rocket.
Yeah, that's true. But then when they come there, they don't mention that at all. And that's it. This is actually the quickest Team Rocket entrance and exit that other characters have dealt with.
Yeah.
Because they show up, and then the tech students pelt them with Pokeballs. They don't even send out Pokemon.
No, they don't. Neither do Team Rocket. Because they didn't have the budget for that.
They're like, oh god, okay, bye.
Yeah, they just kind of leave. They bugger off. They're just like, oh well. Like, we see them throughout the episode. And then, like, it's going to build up to them, like, doing something like they usually do. But they don't. They just kind of leave because they get Pokeballs thrown at them. Oh my god. Yeah.
And then magically, Joe, the kid who was being bullied, and Giselle get along.
Yeah, for no reason. Like, nothing has changed them. It's just like, oh, we get along now because the plot makes us. Like, the story makes us.
Hooray!
Yay!
Sudden resolved plot.
Exactly. A lot of, and I've noticed this in other episodes too, but it's especially bad in this episode. A lot of times in the worst episodes of the anime, it's like there's no middle act. It's like there's conflict in the beginning, like a first act, and then they resolve it, but they don't actually resolve it. Like, they don't show them being resolved in any way. It's just all of a sudden it's resolved.
Yeah.
It'd be like if it's like, oh, well, we need to get Romeo and Juliet together. They're together now. Without showing anything in between.
What if the whole anime was like that? Like,
yeah,
I want to be the Pokemon Master. I'm a Pokemon Master. End of series.
End of series. It's 2 episodes long.
So how many Voltorbs did you give this?
Dude, I gave it. I hate to be like in every podcast say this is now the worst episode, but this is the worst episode so far. But it's like it's worse in a different way. Like before, the Clefairy one was like way more annoying to me.
Yeah.
But this one was, it just felt pathetic. Like, it felt like there was nothing really going, like, it felt cheap.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like if the Clefairy one was bad in the same way a movie like Transformers is bad, where it's like, okay, they at least had a budget for it. This one's bad in the same way something like The Room is bad. Well, not even The Room. It's more like Monster A Go-Go, because there was just, they had no budget for it, and it felt cheap. They kept shifting the voice actor for Pikachu. They couldn't decide what the heck
No, this is
like.
the episode where Pikachu was just the crappy one.
Just
it's the next one.
Yeah, that's right. This is one where they just had like a different voice actress altogether for the Pikachu. Mm-hmm. Like the animation is cheap. They have I guess technically 3 Pokemon battles, but they're all like done. 2 of them are finished in one shot each. Mm-hmm. And then the battle between Cubone and Pikachu felt really kind of phoned in. Like it was just like, Pikachu go, Cubone go, use Bone Meringue.
Use Bone Meringue. Use Bone Meringue.
Yeah.
I like how Ash has issue with, hey, that's not a Pokemon League move, which it completely
is.
And meanwhile, he's like showering Onyx with the freaking water
with the sprinklers in the previous. But in this one, even he was like, Pikachu, use Shock Attack. Pikachu, Stare Down. It's like, those aren't moves, Ash. Read your Pokedex. We've seen you have knowledge of Pokemon moves in the past before they've even been introduced. Don't just make up shit. You can't just be like, Pikachu, use Thunder Shock Attack.
Pikachu, stretch your face and make a face at it.
Oh, shit.
I like how quickly.
It's so weird.
I like how quickly Pikachu's paralysis was cured.
What?
Because the Cubone used glare, didn't it?
No, it used Leer.
It
used Leer and it lowered his defense. Pikachu just kind of shakes it off and goes back to hitting it or whatever. I don't know. It was like it felt lazy and felt like they were just kind of doing things. I don't know. Like, does that make sense? Like,
yeah. So 1 Voltorb then, I'm guessing.
Oh my god, barely one.
Self-destructing Voltorb.
This was just like it was difficult to watch because it felt so cheap and phoned in.
I'm giving it 1.5.
Why the half?
Well, 1 because of everything you just said. And then the half because I at least like the fact that they addressed levels and the battle mechanics, and they did show the difference between the anime and the game once more, just more explicitly.
Well, that's all they pretty much do. I mean, in this episode, all they're talking about, like, all they're doing is analyzing Pokemon training and Pokemon battling. I mean, not even analyzing, just kind of talking about, like, saying things.
This is Pokemon, where they do everything in one.
Yes.
One thing in one episode.
Yes, but I mean, like, that's all the dialogue is. Like, there's nothing else in it. Like, there's no character development. There's nothing else in it at all. That's all it is.
Meh.
Well, all right. So you like it a little bit more than me. This was like a new low for me. Like I never thought the anime was very good, but I didn't think that like they could have episodes this bad.
I don't remember if any episodes are, at least in quality, like animation quality, as bad as this one is.
Yeah, I can't. I feel like it couldn't be, because after this they get more budget after the first season, right?
I think so.
They have to. So.
And like I think they're in Johto and they get like the modern animation.
Yeah. So they have to get better budget after this. So I'm sure like quality wise it picks up, but that was a big thing for me for this one.
Yeah.
Like that, because it just felt. I mean, the script was already really lazy, but the animation just made it seem even way lazier.
So anyway, next episodes.
I guess.
Accentuate. Okay.
Yeah. Just next episode.
There we go.
All right. I'm sorry. I just couldn't get over how bad it was.
Oh no, it's fine. Just episode 10.
Episode 10
time.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Cool. All right. Bulbasaur and the Hidden Village.
Yay. So what do you think of this episode?
This episode, well, it was better than last episode.
Well,
Let
that'd
me
be...
take out my handy dandy notebook.
Yay!
Oh, by the way, I started taking notes so I could be an actual good conversation person. So yeah, this episode, it's the start of, oh hey, we actually need to give Ash his Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that.
More than 3, at least.
More than 3, and
we had to give him the starters.
Fine.
Yeah, we had to give him the starters because he's the main character, I guess. So therefore, he gets the starters.
Yeah, and just I think it's so that way they can show off all the starters to the kids who are like, oh, when I get the game, I'm gonna get Bulbasaur.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
it makes sense. So in this episode, they come across a Bulbasaur and an Oddish. Which, first of all, Misty's like, I'm gonna catch the Oddish, and
because it was by water.
Because it was by water, therefore it's a water Pokemon. Even though it has grass on its back. Whatever, you.
Water grass, right? That's a thing
That's
in
a thing.
Generation 1.
Like, Misty, just because it's drinking water, that doesn't make it a water-type
Misty,
Pokemon.
by that argument, you should have every Pokemon that isn't strictly fire or gas.
There's already it's already the most common type, Misty. Don't be greedy. Misty's very greedy. She keeps trying to catch every single Pokemon that Ash wants to catch.
Yeah.
It's like, are you here to be an additional Pokemon trainer or for support? Because it's never really clear.
I mean, just let Ash do his thing, Misty. Okay, you're already a certified Pokemon gym leader.
That's right. You're here to be
fine.
You're here to be snarky and berate Ash.
Yeah.
Do your job. Just do that. But it turns out Bulbasaur comes in and stops them from capturing Oddish.
Because Bulbasaur is the protector of this little hidden village
Mm-hmm.
that they come across because they're so lost.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny.
Yeah. They've been lost for a good minute now.
And the narrator likes to comment on that.
I know.
Well, they rely on Ash's instincts, so that's sure to go well.
Yep. Yeah.
And then, yeah, as you were saying as you were about to say for the last episode, this is the episode. Yeah, they don't know where Pikachu's voice actor is, so like, she shows up for 5 minutes and then leaves.
And then the other person comes in and is like, it's
And
not quite that bad.
It's
not an alien coming
compared
out of
to
his
the
stomach.
original Pikachu. It is.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta give the anime like credit for their voice actors. For the most part, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Like especially Brock, I feel like is one of the better.
I actually
voice
like
actors.
Misty's.
And Misty's. Misty's is really good because she could have been just annoying as hell, but her voice actress makes her.
It fits.
Yeah, exactly. It makes her like annoying without being obnoxious to listen to.
Speaking of voice acting, the character in this episode, what was her name? Murray? I don't know.
I don't know.
Some blue-haired chick.
I can't remember.
Well, she's a lot better than Giselle was.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
She was awake.
She was awake. So her job is just like a hermit who takes care of weakened Pokemon. Weakened and abandoned Pokemon.
And Bulbasaur is there as like a bodyguard to protect over their little village or whatever.
It's pretty noble of Bulbasaur.
I mean, it has a decent setup. The pacing is really slow for this episode, but it has a decent has a decent setup.
Like I feel like it could have been done in like
half the time at least.
15 minutes instead of 20.
Yeah. Even like Team Rocket's like pandering filler stuff even that felt like it was exceptionally filler.
Yeah, but hey, they did switch up. Instead of a Meowth balloon, it's a stadium, which they don't.
Look, which Jesus Christ
use.
They don't use it at all, but they have it.
They have a host, but
it's gigantic.
not the stadium. Like, don't bring a stadium and don't use it. It goes against writing logic.
I know. Well, maybe like they were starting to get more budget, but they still didn't have enough budget to really kick off. Like they had enough budget. The show had enough budget now for the stadium, but not enough budget to use it.
There we go. Meowth shouldn't tee-hee.
No. Oh yeah, that's right.
When they're plotting, like
when Meowth, they were plotting. Meowth was literally going tee-hee-hee. We're gonna get him. Tee-hee-hee.
Meowth, just chuckle, please.
What else? The Bulbasaur. Did you like Bulbasaur?
Yeah, like it's like mystic somehow because like Ash is about to capture Bulbasaur or attempting to catch Bulbasaur, and so he sends out Butterfree and Sleep Powder, and then all of a sudden Bulbasaur's like, "Oh no, Gust."
Or Whirlwind or something, because it just like it blows the Sleep Powder back on Butterfree, and Butterfree falls asleep.
Because this is first generation. Sleep Powder would still work on Bulbasaur.
It would still work on Bulbasaur, but it's just not going to because Bulbasaur's like, screw you.
Screw you. No.
Take your Sleep Powder back. But I like Bulbasaur. He's kind of a little badass.
Yeah, he is.
He's cool.
Yeah.
He's cool and he's noble.
And it takes him so long to warm up to Ash, which is cool, which is heartwarming.
Yeah, but then like he changes over for no reason.
He changes over because he saw how Ash protected the Pokemon
against Team Rocket. Was that kind of like the thing?
Yeah, because like when Ash was pushing Bulbasaur away from the vacuum, Bulbasaur's like, "Oh, yeah, okay, I guess you're cool."
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't as bad as the last episode when it's like it felt like there was no middle, but it still kind of felt like there was no middle, or at least the middle was 2 minutes out of the 20-minute running time.
Yeah, it was enough for at least for me to make sense, and so
like there was still kind of an arc, but barely.
Yeah, I like how Brock survived no problems whatsoever.
Oh god, yeah, that's right. When he fell in the hole.
When he fell in the river.
No, yeah, oh yeah. He falls in the hole and then
the Squirtle
next,
episode.
the other one we watched. Wow,
There's
Brock's kind of.
There's a lot of holes.
Yeah, Brock's kind of.
I mean, he's a rock type gym leader. Maybe he was part rock.
When he falls in the episode, they're crossing a bridge and Brock falls way down. It's like a 50-foot drop into a raging river, and he's just fine. Yeah. You know, he's just well, that was kind of annoying. Whatever.
I like how the lady sets up the traps because like that bridge was a trap. Holes are traps. There's a net that traps them. So when Brock is like flailing down the river, the lady said, "Oh hey, a person! I'll save him." And like, but
well, then why did you set the traps?
Why? Yeah.
If you're gonna save them anyway, why set the traps?
Like, do you just tell would-be Pokemon catchers like, "Don't catch my Pokemon"?
Yeah. Wouldn't it be easier to just make a sign that says, "Hey, these Pokemon are under protection. Please refrain from capturing them. Once they're out of bounds, capture them, and then when they're here, don't capture them, please." Something like that. Wouldn't that make more sense?
That would.
Wouldn't it like take way less time for her to do that than set up all these traps and then?
But then this episode wouldn't exist.
Yeah, it would.
I mean, it would, but there would be no.
It'd be like 2 minutes instead of 22 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's that thing with the anime. We have to stretch out these episodes to 22 minutes.
We can't use the practical solution. We have to pull it out somehow for the kids to watch.
Team Rocket, throw in Team Rocket. That'll be fine.
But so after Team Rocket splats it off again, and everyone's all happy, she says, "Oh hey, yeah, Bulbasaur, go ahead and go with them."
Yeah.
Because I forgot about how I don't want anyone to be captured. So. Go with Ash.
For no reason. It's like, oh, here, go with Ash.
See,
now.
Here's the like all of a sudden switch.
Yeah. There was no reason for her to suddenly be like, oh, I don't want Bulbasaur here anymore.
Yeah.
Because before she was like, yeah, Bulbasaur is really awesome. He's here to protect Pokemon.
Like she says, yeah, the Pokemon should learn to protect themselves and leave the village when they're ready. So I guess that's why Bulbasaur can leave. So, but still.
There was no reason for her to think that way.
Like we didn't see her come up to that thought.
No, Team Rocket. Yeah, Team Rocket there was no reason for like Team Rocket's little plan to influence that in any way. Like that. Anyway.
Now, if all the Pokemon in the village somehow beat Team Rocket, like they all, like the Paris and the Magikarp would be great if it did it. The Staryu and all the other Pokemon, if they had kicked out Team Rocket, that would probably be like, oh yeah, Bulbasaur could go with
There's
you.
at least more of a reason.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah.
But
so overall, this episode, like, it's not a bad episode.
It's a meh. It's got good
really
things, it's got
meh.
bad things.
Yeah. It's really, really meh. I gave it 2.5.
I give it 2.5.
Yeah. Like, that's like my... It's not good, but it's not bad score.
I like how Bulbasaur does decide to go with Ash on the condition that Ash has to actually
he has to battle him. He has to beat him. He has to prove himself first. That was a cool addition.
And then he does, though, but it's like...
Because if he had just gone with them, that probably would have been even less, like, reason.
So there we go.
Because then, like, nothing would have happened in this episode if he had just gone with them. It would have just been like, hi, I'm here now. Oh, Bulbasaur, thanks. Bye. Team Rocket was here, right? So that's kind of it for that one, right? Yeah.
Episode 11.
Charmander, the stray Pokemon.
This is, like, the saddest episode so far.
Yeah. Well, just, like, one part of it was really sad.
Yeah.
But it earned it.
Like, because they come across this giant silhouette. I don't know why it's a silhouette, but it's a silhouette. And like, oh my god,
no reason, lighting-wise, there's no reason for it to be a silhouette.
And then they switch angles, and they're like, oh hey, it's a Charmander on a rock. Okay, cool.
All right, whatever. Hi, Charmander.
So they try catching it, and the Charmander's like, no. And then Pikachu translates that Charmander is actually owned by another trainer, and it's just waiting for it.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, okay, that's sad. But
and
okay.
Then they leave. They're like, he'll be back. They go to a Pokemon Center that's like, I don't know, 20 feet down the road. Yeah, it's a little cabin. Kind of interesting. I kind of like the set of that Pokemon Center, actually.
Yeah.
It's kind of adorable.
It's probably like the kind of Pokemon Center you see right before you get into Rock Tunnel or something.
Yeah. It's just like a little cabin. There's a big bonfire in the middle.
Yeah.
People are just like chilling out. You know, it's cool. They should include that kind of thing in the games.
That would be cool.
Yeah, like a big, like bonfire, like cabin Pokemon Center. That'd be fun.
That'd probably be like a Generation 7 or 8 thing.
Yeah. But then it starts raining, and they're like, "Oh no! If Charmander's flame goes out, he'll die." And then we meet Damien, right?
Damien.
Yeah.
The trainer.
The trainer.
And by the way, earlier I mentioned we might see the other
Charmander, or
the other Pallet Town trainers.
Mm-hmm.
One of the theories is that Damien is the Charmander trainer.
Mm-hmm. That's a sound theory.
Yeah. I don't know why he's Cockney, but
oh yeah, his accent is just kind of like all over the place.
Cockney, Australian, British.
It's just like a Irish Cockney Australian.
It's not Irish.
Definitely
Irish is
not
more
Irish.
like this.
It's more like,
hello.
oh hey, I'm a bloke, and he's more like,
This is
"And
my Charmander. Charmander. And so we see Damien, and he's like bragging about how he abandoned this Charmander because he's an asshole.
Yeah, which I'm fine with, you know.
And
There's
so
in real life.
And so Brock is cool, and he goes up to him, grabs him by the collar, and says, "Go get your Charmander now, you piece of shit."
Right.
And then Ash and Misty are in the background with Pikachu, and they're like, "Yeah, do what he said."
This is important to bring out, by the way, for our later point we're gonna make.
Oh,
Brock, so yeah.
Because Brock is really invested with his Charmander.
He really is.
He doesn't want it to like die.
Like they go when Damien's like, whatever, I'm not gonna do it. They go over, they take Charmander. It's raining. They take him. They cover him up. Brock is the one holding him.
holds Charmander, and Ash says, "I'll make sure the tail doesn't go out." And so he holds like a leaf over the tail.
And then they go to the Pokemon Center. They put Charmander into like an intensive care unit, and Nurse Joy's looking after him. And Brock is staring through the window the entire time.
He is standing at the door.
He is
Ash,
legit
Misty,
invested.
They're like moving around. Ash is like playing with his legs.
He's bored. He's like hanging upside down, whatever. Like he seems concerned, but he also seems just kind of bored.
So yeah, Brock cares about
invested. He really does.
So they find out that the Charmander's gonna be fine. So it's like, yay, cool. They go to sleep.
Yeah.
Next morning, Brock says, "Guys, wake up! Charmander's missing."
Yeah, Brock is the one who's like, "Charmander's missing," and then they go find Charmander. Oh, really quick, I want to point this out.
What?
We totally see Nurse Joy's butt.
Oh yeah,
during the episode.
That's pretty cool, man.
Like it's not even like they went out of their way to draw the little butt line.
Because her skirt is moving as she runs.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
You gotta make that animation.
And they didn't even like draw panties under or anything. It's just her straight up butt. She's not wearing underwear.
Straight up butt.
It's no wonder Brock has a crush on the nurse toys. They don't wear underwear.
I mean, she's in the cabin in the middle of nowhere. I mean, she's probably gotta get laid somehow.
She's always ready, you know. She's the slut. But anyway, I had to point that out because that was like a noticeable thing.
Yeah.
That you could see her butt.
So then, on their way there, we see Team Rocket make a hole and then not
Again.
fall in it. Yeah, they don't fall in it though.
Yeah, they're showing some competence.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Good for them.
Good for them.
They're learning.
Maybe. But they have this big drill machine. They drill a hole. Wait, what happens to the machine after that?
Oh, I don't know. It's destroyed. Who knows?
Destroyed. We don't.
Nah. It sprouted legs and hid behind the tree, and then it just stayed behind the tree.
It stayed behind the tree. They forget about it.
Yeah.
It never existed.
I mean, Team Rocket has to run off, so they forget the machine.
So they wait behind the tree for Ash and gang to come by. They do. Ash, Misty, and Brock fall in the hole.
Not Pikachu because he's too light.
Not Pikachu because he's too light. And
anti-Pikachu air balloon gun.
Oh yeah. Rubber balloon bazooka.
Rubber balloon bazooka.
They have an anti-Pikachu rubber balloon bazooka. Try saying that 10 times fast.
Anti-Pikachu rubber balloon bazooka. Anti-Pikachu rubber balloon bazooka. I'm not going to do it 10 times because that's going to
take up too much time.
Yeah. And then they're wearing rubber suits themselves.
For a change, so that they can pick up Pikachu without him shocking them. Hey, kind of smart.
Yeah,
they're learning.
They are learning.
I'll be darned. And they actually capture Pikachu. They have him like a little rubber balloon. And then Charmander comes up and is like,
hey, let him go.
And blasts them.
With fire.
With fire. And then they run away. They forget that they have a giant machine that can drill holes or whatever.
I mean, would they show a giant machine drilling through a Pokemon, though?
Probably not, but it's still an option for them. Whether or not they can get away with it in the anime is immaterial. They still have the option. It'd be like if you gave a character in a TV show a gun, and they were like, okay, we can't actually have you show you shooting anybody, so you just have it. Just forget you have it.
Just use your hands.
Use your hands, not your gun.
Yeah, okay.
If I had a nickel for every time I heard that. Anyway.
How many times have you heard that?
Anyway.
What? Okay.
So,
forgetting FORREST'S love life.
So Charmander goes with Ash, and that's pretty much the end.
Oh, well, hold
on.
Oh, what? Because Charmander used flamethrower or not Ember on Team Rocket. Yeah. They run off, and then Damien McCrap comes up and says, "Whoa, Charmander, you can do some pretty cool stuff. I'm gonna come back for you. I was gonna leave you a bit originally, but you're pretty cool."
And Charmander's like, "No, screw you," and he flames
him and
Damien, and Pikachu electrocutes him. Damien should be dead. There's no reason for him to be alive after that.
He just asks for his mommy and
he runs away. Maybe in the original dub, he actually dies. They had to reinsert him running away.
I doubt that. They probably not. Otherwise, everyone Pikachu shocked
would be dead.
Really,
they should be.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know. So Brock gets Charmander, right? Because
Brock was the one who cared for him. He made sure that Charmander was okay. He went out of his way. He stood up for Damien.
Ash even agrees.
Ash even agrees that Brock should have Charmander.
And then Brock's like, "Nah, you covered his tail. He's fine." And Ash's like, "Oh, okay.
All right, you're mine, Charmander."
I guess someone has to have all the starters,
right? That'd be like if we found a beat up truck on the side of the highway, and we put new wheels on. I put the engine back together. I did all the work, and then I was like, "You know what, Nick?
I put one of the wheels back on.
You put the wheel back on. You should have the truck."
Yeah, okay, cool, thanks.
You're welcome. Maybe it's because it wasn't a rock now, because he has Zubat. I was going to say maybe it's because he's not a rock type. But no, he has Zubat, so that's not even a...
Yeah.
Whatever. Weak writing. So, what'd you think of this episode overall?
I'm giving it 3 VOLTORBS.
Yeah, me too.
Because it was a emotionally compelling episode.
It was.
The pacing was actually really good, I thought.
Yeah, it was for a Pokemon episode, that was probably one of the better
The
ones
animation
we've seen.
was fantastic, aka Nurse Joy's skirt. And the only reason I'm not giving it perfect 4 is because Ash, I think, undeservedly gets the Charmander.
Yeah, that, some of the other weak writing in it, Team Rocket just kind of pulled the episode down. Like, they didn't need, they're never really needed in the show, but in this episode,
They did provide Damien motives to go
They
back and try
did,
and claim Charmander.
but again, they could have, like, achieved that without them, though.
Like they could have, like it could have just been Ash, Brock, and Misty meeting up with Charmander, and then Charmander flamethrowers them.
Yeah, or like he, like, in order to prove their worth, they battle Charmander, and Charmander beats them, and then Damien shows up, and he's like, "Oh wow, my Charmander can beat you. I want Charmander now." And maybe they have a battle with Damien with some of his other Pokemon.
Yeah, with his like 80 Pokemon, by the way,
Yeah.
that he somehow has.
That he somehow has for no reason. I don't know, like it. For me, Team Rocket was one of the things that just really dragged this episode down. And this was probably one of the better Team Rocket episodes, too.
I just love that little like remote that Jesse has that controls the drill bot, and like it's on his press legs. It's like
It just walks away. And then we never see it again. Never hear from it again.
I mean, it's just like any of Team Rocket's contraptions. We never see them again.
Why
Except
does
the Meowth
Giovanni still
balloon.
employ them? They must blow through so much freaking money.
Giovanni is like the 1% of the 1%. He doesn't give a crap.
He
He
must
has so
not.
much money, man.
He's like Bill Gates and Donald Trump had a baby and got all their inheritance and then made even
chose
more money.
Mafia.
Yeah, and then just like it was like, here, have $1 million. What, you blew through that? Whatever. Have
Okay,
another.
here's $200 million.
Yeah,
Great.
whatever. I don't care. I'm making more money while you're spending that. I don't care. I gave it 3 Voltorbs for pretty much the same reason. Like it was a decent episode, but like after Charmander got better and wandered off, it kind of lost me from there. Because up to that point, I was really liking it, but then again, after like once Team Rocket intervened, it's just started to lose ground. You know,
Yeah.
as usual. But
So then, the last episode for this
episode.
is
Here
episode
comes
12?
the Squirtle Squad.
Yeah, Squirtle. I love Squirtle.
Big fan of Squirtle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my original starter, man.
Yeah. Oh, this was like the first time and out of the 4 episodes we watched this time around.
Oh, they
this was
did
the
a
first
recap.
time. Yeah, this is the first time they did a recap for like no reason.
Yeah.
It's like, oh hey, Ash caught Bulbasaur. He also caught Charmander.
Well, it might be because he did catch 2 Pokemon in 2 episodes.
But they didn't do that with the Charmander for the Charmander episode. They didn't go back and show him catching
Because
Bulbasaur.
he only caught 1 Pokemon, and also the Bulbasaur did not make an appearance in the Charmander episode, whereas Charmander makes an appearance in the Squirtle episode.
Okay. That's true. But not Bulbasaur. So why did they show him catching Bulbasaur?
Well, because if they're going to show him catching Charmander, they might as well show him catching Bulbasaur.
Alright. So in this episode, Ash, Misty, and Brock fall down another hole.
But it's not by Team Rocket.
It's not by this Team Rocket this time, it's by the Squirtle Squad.
the Squirtle Squad.
But this was one of my favorite parts of the episode because Brock's like, oh, I fell on my head.
Oh, but I'm fine.
But
I'll
he's
just
totally fine.
climb out of the
It's
hole.
like a 20-foot hole.
His like neck is like cringed to the side, but he's fine.
He's fine. He's, you know,
Yeah.
he's going to pee himself every day for the rest of his life. For the rest of his life. Can't remember his own name sometimes, but he's alright. Like, what
Rock.
is he made of? Brock's just, like, unstoppable. And then it's the first Horde encounter.
A battle mechanic that wouldn't be introduced in 5 generations
Yeah.
from this, we see right now
5 Squirtle.
5 Squirtle. Ash can only hit one of them at a time, and he can't capture any of them yet.
Because the other 4 are still there. Yeah.
So that's pretty impressive.
It was.
Yeah.
Like, maybe...
They didn't do it on purpose.
I'm sure they didn't, but it's
Just nice to think about.
It's funny that it lines up that way.
Yeah.
During the first part of this episode, it seems like Team Rocket is actually like aiding the episode. They're
Yeah,
actually
like,
advancing the plot.
Meowth is teaming up with the Squirtle.
Yeah, because he's a translator, and he's like, I'm in control of Jesse and James.
So let me boss you around, and we can get stuff done.
Yeah.
And the Squirrels are like, yeah, okay, great, cool.
Yeah, they're a part of the plot. They're not a device for the plot.
Weird concept,
As they usually are. Yeah, weird concept. It's funny how that works. So the Squirrel Squad, they're
attacking Ash and...
well, they attack everyone. They're like a little gang that runs around.
Well, they're attacking everyone now, but now with Meowth controlling them.
Yeah, they're
attack.
after Ash, Misty, and Brock for Pikachu. Now, in this episode, Pikachu gets wounded.
Yeah, because of Goldeen.
Because one Goldeen hit him with Horn Attack, and now Pikachu's like on his deathbed.
Well, it's probably like one of those level 35 Goldeen you find when you use a Super Rod.
And it just like horn drills the crap out of him?
Yeah, probably.
Dadgum.
No, it doesn't horn drill him because they're able to revive it with a super potion, not a revive.
Well, I don't know. You just want to address that, or
what?
How they revive him, but then he's still unconscious?
Well, let's do that when it comes to it. Yeah.
Okay.
Because the Goldeen doesn't knock him out, technically. It just makes him, like, in the red.
Yeah.
So.
Like, he can't battle.
Yeah, he can't battle. That's true.
So what...
I guess super potions work like revives.
Maybe. Well, no, because then he doesn't... We'll get to that.
We gotta do it. And so the Goldeen, while Pikachu is knocked in the water, horns him.
Yeah, horns
in
him.
the back.
And then they all get captured by the Squirrel Squad and tied up in a cave somewhere. And then Ash is like, Pikachu's really hurt. I gotta go get a super potion so I can save him. And
so the squirrels are like, fine, but if you don't come back in a day, we're
gonna dye Misty's hair
purple. That's right.
Oh my god.
Stakes. We got him.
Sort of.
We got him. Pokemon.
Sort of. Sort of stakes. So Ash goes to get the super potion from the town.
Meanwhile, surprise cameo by Gary.
Yeah, surprise.
Who just slams him in the face, and so that incapacitates Ash for like
first time we've seen him in
8
a
hours.
dozen episodes. Yeah, he's on. Ash is sitting. By the way, there's people who are constantly going in and out of that. Are there people going in and out of that mart? Because there's people in the
there
mart.
There are people in the mart.
Were they in there for like 8 hours?
No, it was probably like just time lapse.
Or did they so no one noticed Ash just sitting out
or
there?
Or no one cares.
Yeah, no one gives it.
I mean, this is a world where 10-year-olds go out by themselves to capture wild Pokemon. There's probably a lot of incapacitated 10-year-olds.
They don't care anymore.
In Kanto.
It's like, look, some kids.
Oh, look, a homeless kid. Great. Yeah.
just walk by him, honey. Just walk by.
So Team Rocket comes in with guns.
Ice guns.
They say, okay, this is an English thing, I bet. Because, like, they say, we have... James stumbles on, like, we have ice guns.
Uh-huh.
And Jesse has a bazooka, which they fire into the shop after getting the dental floss for flossing.
And explosives.
And explosives.
What kind of Pokemon Center has explosives?
It wasn't a center, it was a shop.
Fine.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't.
What kind of shop has explosives?
Well, it was the Old West looking shop. They probably have explosives.
I guess. Anyway, so they get the explosives and they leave, and then Ash goes in, and they're.
Well, hold on. When they leave,
oh yeah,
Jessie fires her bazooka, which they say are snowflakes, but obviously those are sakura leaves.
Yeah.
Sakura petals.
Yeah, they're flower
Cherry
petals.
blossom.
They're not like. That's not ice.
That's not snow. Like,
what is that?
Come on, just don't give the American kids our things.
Yeah,
just
what if a
educate them?
What if a kid had never educate
because
them?
they're showing a rice cake. They were showing a rice ball, and James is like, "Oh, I want a donut."
But that's
first case of donut mistranslation.
Yeah, that's
not the infamous quote, but it's the same.
It's still
thing.
there, still there. Maybe he wanted a donut too. Maybe you want a rice cake.
I mean, we can imply that, but infer that, but it's implied.
Yeah.
That
it's supposed to be.
It's
the rice cake.
Yeah.
Well, so Ash goes finds Officer Jenny, and they get the super potion. They're going back, and then
Ash knocked the bridge on his way
Yeah, so they can't go across the bridge.
So they just find a tiny tunnel.
They find a tiny tunnel, and Officer Jenny's like, "Go in. It's big enough for a child. I'll just."
Because I can't fit through it, but
bugger
you
off."
can.
Yeah. Tiny cave, small child, whatever. Go in.
You'll be fine. You won't
You'll be
suffocate.
fine. And then Ash gets to where the Squirrel Squad was keeping Misty, Brock, and Pikachu, and
Misty still's a redhead.
And Misty's still a redhead, and the Squirrel Squad is like, Misty's like, "Oh yeah, they just kind of let us go, whatever."
I like how you just edited your rating.
Because the more I think about this episode, the more I'm not liking it. So I'm like, no. Because there's a lot more in this episode that doesn't make sense than I originally thought.
I see.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Like they let Misty, Brock go. They're just like, yeah, they just kind of let us go, whatever. Meowth's gone.
Yeah.
Or is he?
No, he's not. Meowth has teleportation powers.
So Team Rocket, or Jesse and James show up with their Meowth balloon. And they let down the ladder and tell Meowth to bring Pikachu on board. By the way, before this, Ash sprays, or Misty, one of them, sprays the Super Potion on Pikachu.
Who, to their credit, hasn't reacted yet, but it's healing.
It's healing. Meowth, out of nowhere, Meowth has Pikachu now and gets on the balloon. Just out of nowhere. He wasn't in the other scene. He just has him.
I would like to think that in the original, the reason why Meowth suddenly has Pikachu is like, if you don't give me Pikachu, I will rip your throat out. And she's like, oh my god.
He just has he wasn't even in the scene at all. He was nowhere to be found. And then all of a sudden he has Pikachu and he just climbs up in the balloon and he's gone.
Yep.
And then Ash is like, oh hey, Squirtle, can you help us out?
And Squirtle's like, yeah, sure. They were kind of just jerks and broke the laws of space-time. So yeah, we can do that.
So Squirtle rips a hole in the balloon with a water gun. James, total bullcrap.
No, well, think about it. Like, you're in a balloon, you're holding something. All of a sudden, your balloon has a rupture in it. Are you going to be holding on to what you're holding on to? Or are you going to be like, oh, crap, and then...
Yeah, but they had plenty of time before that. They could have stashed Pikachu away somewhere so that they don't just, like, drop him stupidly and go, oh, Butternuts, we dropped Pikachu. We had him, now we don't.
Maybe James transferred some of his grabbing skills to Meowth, so that way Meowth could mysteriously grab Pikachu, but in consequence, James could not hold on to Pikachu as well.
Maybe. Alright, so then at the end of the episode, Squirtle takes off his sunglasses, and the big reveal,
he has eyes!
The Sixth Sense twist, is that he has eyes! And they're, I guess, tearful? Was that like a thing?
No, they were just like, I'm so adored, yay!
I guess.
They're pretty.
And he goes,
Squirtle has no eyes.
That would have been hilarious. Squirtle, take off your sunglasses. Oh god, put them back on! Put them back on! Oh god, no.
So Squirtle goes very willingly with Ash and company.
Yep. And then episode over. Right? Was that that was the end, right?
Yeah. Did we find out what happened to the Squirtle Squad? The rest of them?
No, I can't remember if we do or not.
Okay, I don't remember seeing it when we just watched it, but I thought I remembered it as a kid. Like, Officer Jenny was with the Squirtle Squad.
Yeah, she shows up at the very end.
That's
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, again.
Because
she's
the
just
bridge
like
was
there.
out, and she can't fit through the tunnel.
So she went around, and she's just there now. Oh, hey.
So Officer Jenny just say, yeah, the Squirtle Squad is going to be... Oh, because there's a fire.
Yeah. We gotta put out the fire.
Cool.
All right.
Cool. That's what I remembered as child.
We just watched it, but we already forgot it.
They became firefighters.
Such a forgettable episode. So that was the end of that, right?
That was the end of that episode. So how many
Officer Jenny's terrible at her job. She just like sends a small child into danger, shows up later, it's like, oh hey.
I mean, it is reflective upon the police in the games.
What, they never do anything?
They never do anything.
That's true. They never do anything
Why
in the
did
show.
you, a 10-year-old, have to stop Team Rocket?
Yep. Yeah, there's no reason why Officer Jenny shouldn't have put Team Rocket behind bars a long time ago.
Because they always blast off. You can't capture them.
I guess. Blast So how many Voltorbs did you give this episode, Nick?
I give it 2.5.
You gave it 2.5. So your meh score?
Well, it's more because I like the characters and I like the plot of this episode.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of inconsistencies I don't like.
Yeah.
Squirtle is just great. I love Squirtle.
Yeah, I like Squirtle. Actually, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Charmander were all pretty good little characters.
Yeah.
They've all been pretty cool.
Charmander's Bulbasaur's the bold, quiet one.
Mm-hmm.
Charmander is the sensitive one, and then Squirtle's just like the wild one.
The wild card. Yeah. So they're all cute little characters. I originally gave it 2.5, but then I knocked my score down to 2.
Yeah, as we were talking
about, I was like, wow, there are a lot of things in this episode that just don't make sense. They do not add up.
No.
Too many plot holes, too many,
too many mistranslations.
Meowth is just there now. So, originally I was a little easier on it, then I was like, no.
No.
So, overall, this was not a good, 4-episode session.
No.
There
weren't any 4. I think for the first time for me, there weren't any 4.
Or even 3.5.
Not even a 3.5. Wow.
Yeah, we only had 1 3, right? We both liked the Charmander one, but neither of us liked any of the other ones really. Our next highest score was 2.5. And
that's a shame.
That's not even very high.
I have high hopes for the next couple of episodes.
Well, I had high hopes for these 3 because it was Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. I thought that they would had good introductions or whatever, but. Man, I especially had high hopes because the previous episode we had seen was the AJ one, with the statue and everything, and that was a really good episode. So I was hoping maybe this was gonna kick off the series to a new direction. Nope. It's like they ran out of money after that episode. They've been trying to catch up ever since.
They should just make Sandshrew one of the
main characters.
Pokemon.
Yeah. So that's our episode review of the week.
Woo!
Yay. Alright, so on to other things. Pokemon of the day.
So, because it's the 3rd episode...
Yeah.
Blastoise!
Blastoise! 3rd fully evolved competitive Pokemon.
Blastoise!
And after this, we're going to go more in a randomized order.
Yeah.
We're just going to draw names out.
We just wanted to do something special for the first 3 episodes, you know.
Maybe for the first 3 episodes of each league that we go to.
So when we go to Johto, we'll do the starts? Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, you know what? We should also do, for the movies, if we ever review those, we should review... Pokemon of the day for that should be for the Mewtwo. Mewtwo Strikes Back.
Mewtwo and Mew. The legendaries we'll cover when we cover the movies. We'll talk about that.
Cool.
Another day.
Probably.
So, Blastoise. So, what do you think of Blastoise?
Well, Blastoise was my original starter. It was... Bob the Blastoise. It's always been Bob the Blastoise.
Bob the Blastoise. That's adorable.
And I think his moveset has pretty much been consistent as I've had them. It's always had Ice Beam, powerful water move, and
Surf or Hydro Pump or whatever.
Surf or Hydro Pump or Water Pulse
in later gens. Yeah, right on.
But yeah, it's also got Rapid Spin.
Yeah.
So if
good
you're
supporter.
super competitive, it's a good one for that.
Yeah. But he's a good, bulky Pokemon.
He's bulky, but he can also dish out hits.
Yeah. One of my favorite Blastoise I ever used was in 5th gen when I had my Blastoise. I had it, I just gave it, a zoom lens or something, made it slow, and then really bulky, and gave it max special attack, and had it, use Blizzard and Focus Blast and Hydro Pump, so...
Ugh.
As long as it in battle, it was hitting really hard, and then once it went down, it went down. Whatever.
I see.
Yeah. So, yeah, Blastoise is a pretty good Pokemon. Do you think it suffers from, the bland water starter
It does,
syndrome?
Because now we got Swampert and Empoleon and Greninja. Kind of taking
it just kind of gets lost in the shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
With, Samurai or whatever.
A lot of pure water-type Pokemon in general.
Yeah, who do pretty much the same thing of, the bulky...
that's almost what water type is.
Yeah.
Bulky hit.
Yeah.
They're tanks. Usually.
Yeah. They're bulky. They hit hard. They only have 2 weaknesses, which is cool. So.
Mm-hmm. The only thing that separates Blastoise is Rapid Spin, which Starmie has, and it can learn a lot of pulse moves, which.
Mega Blast. So what do you think of Mega Blastoise?
Mega Blastoise. I don't know why it wasn't part Steel.
Because it has this big
It has
extra
3 cannons, and it's not part steel.
Yeah, that's weird.
At what point does it need to be? Does it have to not have a head? It just needs to have.
Meanwhile, Lucario is part steel.
Lucario with its spikes on its paws and chest is steel.
It's steel. Blastoise, not steel. No. Maybe they want like only Empoleon can be part steel and water.
Ugh.
We'll get to Empoleon another day, but but
I mean, I like Empoleon, but
yeah,
it's just why.
Why can that be the only one?
But no, I love Mega Blastoise. I have one competitively. It's got it's modest, special HP or special attack, HP, max investment with a little bit of special defense just for that flare.
Just for that flare.
And then got a Water Pulse, Ice Beam, Rapid Spin, and
Aura Sphere?
Dark Pulse.
Dark Pulse. Right on.
Dark Pulse hits more, and it's it can flinch.
Yeah. Aura Sphere doesn't miss though.
Yeah.
But
how often is accuracy an issue in competitive?
That is true, because a lot of times
there's an accuracy clause.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. Like, this is another conversation for another day, but I think that sometimes the competitive rules are a little... And I know why they're in place.
Accuracy clause I completely agree with, because it is bullcrap to, like, just use Sand Attack repeatedly, and then your Pokemon misses because of that. Like, you should not be able to win because of that.
Yeah, like, I understand why it's in place, but... I don't know. I have my issues with the.
Do you have a Pokemon that
rules,
has double team and stuff?
I actually don't. I have a couple like Snowcloak Bright Powder holders, but they don't. But they don't like also have Sand Attack or whatever or double team. They have like the closest one, like my most like evasive Pokemon is my Glaceon, and it has substitute Snowcloak Bright Powder, but that's it.
That's really annoying.
And it's not even like that bad if you think about it.
But anyway,
Blastoise. See, and that's kind of like my problem with Blastoise. And I like Blastoise, but it's kind of a forgettable. I think it suffers from like this forgettable bland water type.
It just looks so cool.
It looks really cool, but then, and it hits kind of hard, and it's pretty bulky, but it doesn't. It's one of those things where it's like jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah.
So that's where its problem comes for me.
Also speed. Because it's a turtle.
It's not even that slow for a turtle.
No.
But, like, my Blastoise is the generic Mega Water Pulse, Aura Sphere.
Water Pulse, Aura Sphere, Dark Sphere, Ice Beam.
I actually also gave mine Water Pledge. Because I set up a Water Pledge, Fire Pledge, and Grass Pledge team that I've used from time to time. Really underrated moves, by the way. They're pretty cool.
Well, now they're pretty cool, but when they were introduced 5th gen, they sucked.
Really? Did they not do anything?
They were like 50 power.
Oh, I see.
Now they're 80 power. Yeah. So they're actually
plus they're a little bit more. I think they hit even harder when you use both, right? Like on their own, they're.
I think only the effects happen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think they hit harder.
But the effects are really cool. Anyway, so my Blastoise is just like the generic Blastoise. I wouldn't mind making another one, maybe just like a straight bulky one as like an option. But...
So a wall, like
just like a wall. Yeah.
Recovers.
Like Rapid Spin, Aqua Ring or something, like Scald, Sleep Talk, Rest or whatever.
You'd probably do that.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those Pokemon that you can do that sort of thing with. I've seen
multiple set Pokemon.
Yeah, which is a good thing. I like Pokemon that are like that, as opposed to like a Pokemon like Talonflame, who you can do a bulky set, but it's not gonna be anywhere near as useful. So, like, it's possible to do it, but you're not gonna have nearly as much use. Whereas Blastoise, you can use bulky, or you can make them like a hitter. Yeah. So,
all right.
So that was Pokemon of the day.
I love Blastoise.
And Nick loves Blastoise. I think he's alright.
Bob.
Yeah, I like him. Whenever I wasn't using Bulbasaur in my playthrough of Gen 1, I was usually using Squirtle. So
not a fan of the Charmander?
I've never been a big fan of Charmander, but like I used him every now and then.
I see.
Yeah. So now on to, we got a little bit more time left, and did you ever do any research on Pikachu Detective?
I did.
It's been 3 episodes, but
Third time's the charm, right?
So Nick has a little bit more information on Pikachu Detective?
Yeah, so it's basically a clue finding game, so a point and click adventure, but there's also some quick time events you can do throughout it.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't really affect the story mode, but the animation's slightly different if you don't do them.
Mm-hmm.
Pikachu is partnered up with this kid who's looking for his father, who's been missing for 2 months. So yeah.
So wait, this isn't like a who made this Pokemon fame. This is like actually like, oh, a person is missing.
Yeah.
Pikachu is here to help.
Yeah.
So it's like Scooby-Doo almost, only Pikachu.
Yeah, pretty much.
Scooby-Doo Pikachu.
And not everything's a freaking ghost. Because Scooby-Doo needs to change its freaking...
Oh god.
I remember I was 9 years old when I found out the plot. When I found out the
every single episode is exactly the same. Yeah.
Wait a minute, that old man Jenkins just told you that story? Arrest him! He's the guy.
Hopefully it won't be the same with Pikachu. Although, if Danny DeVito is voicing Pikachu, that would be hilarious. If he's just like, arrest him, he's the guy!
I would be getting that game purely
for Danny DeVito. Yeah. Do you think you'll buy it regardless? Like, do you think you'll ever get it?
I just don't... I don't know Danny DeVito personally, so I don't know, like, if he would go for it or not. I just don't see him going for it.
Yeah.
Because, like, the only thing I see him now is in Always Sunny in Philly.
Yeah, and he doesn't do a whole lot else besides that these days.
Yeah.
But, like, would you own the game, though? Like, if without Danny DeVito, would you own the game? Or is this, like,
with Danny DeVito, I would get the game without research.
Yeah.
Without Danny DeVito, I would do research, and if it was good, I would get the game.
Right. For me, it'd be, like, I would be interested in playing it if, like, a friend had it, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, like, go on my way to get it. You know,
Not even if Danny DeVito was the voice actor?
Maybe. Then maybe, but without that, I'm not gonna get on my way to get it. It just doesn't seem like a game that would appeal to me.
Pokken Tournament's coming out soon.
Pokken Tournament's
coming out soon.
By the time that these episodes go up, Pokken Tournament will probably be like right around
Oh yeah,
the corner.
this is probably... I'm willing to bet that Pokken Tournament's already up.
By the time that you're getting this.
By the time that people are listening to this, Pokken Tournament is up. And I am probably at least decent with Machamp.
With one Pokemon.
With Machamp.
Right
probably.
on. That's an interesting prediction. I wonder how that will go. So one more thing before we call this a day. Then we haven't talked about the Gen 1 re-releases yet.
We have not
at all, and I find that weird. Again, by the time this goes out, they will already be released, but
I think they're out in Japan already, aren't they?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But is there anything in particular that like you want to see with the releases, or do you just like want straight up just how they were, except wireless battles? No other.
They are. That is.
I mean, I know that's what they are, but like, is there anything else? Like, would you want to be able to transfer them to your piece, like to your
to Pokemon Bank,
Bank and stuff, or like have any other, like bring in other generations of Pokemon? Because I've seen another video, like a YouTube video, where a guy was saying that it'd be great if we could get other generations of Pokemon in there, or use Megas, or like all this stuff.
That seems like it would be too much work, because because it's the old graphics for the game. It's this old 8-bit games.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to also program in Mega Evolutions and non-broken types.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be too much.
Yeah.
Like, they would have had to make it its own game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like the idea way more of just having the game as it is. Maybe being able to transfer it to Pokemon Bank, but that's it.
Now, granted, that YouTube video thing, that'd be great. I would love
really?
A Generation 1 re-release.
As a remake, or like using the old sprites and everything?
No, like a remake. So like Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Fire Red and Leaf Green?
Yeah, that's like the 25th anniversary of Pokemon.
No, I wouldn't mind like a new updated remake of the game, but
yeah. So like Generation 1 was Gen 6 mechanics.
But at the same time, you know, at what point is it going to be like, well, we've remade Generation 1 6 times, and we've remade the remake of Generation 1 6 times, and we've remade the remake of the third generation game.
I'm guessing they're not going to do any remakes of games they've already made remakes of until they've made a remake of Generation 6, at least. Maybe Generation 5.
Maybe. Alright. Well, I think that's about everything. Got anything else?
I'm excited for Magic Hat Pokemon.
Magic Hat Pokemon?
As in, we're going to have a hat, and we're going to...
Oh, yeah.
And then we're going to talk about it.
Right, so you're excited for the Pokemon, the new
random
Pokemon of the day. Alright, so... see ya?
Yeah, I'm going to go to work now.
Alright, me too.
Okay.
Catch you later, guys.
Alright, have a good day, and remember to, if you cook your cat, to cook it all the way. Goodbye.
That's horrifying.